आरोग्य जागृति।
Assalamu alaikum. Today is a patient safety day. So I want to take a pledge that we will provide a proper culture in the hospital, patient safety culture in the hospital. And I will insist to doctors and to my friends also. So, friends, I just want to let you know that what all are the protocols and how we can provide the patient safety. So, we'll start with first being a NABH consultant. We try to provide the maximum patient safety policies and strategies. So, our first contribution towards this is creating awareness among the staff for using PPE kit in a proper way. Not only using PPE kit, but while they are removing the PPE kit, they should know the correct method how they can remove, so that they cannot come in contact with any type of infectious disease. And another thing is we train the staff for pre and post prophylaxis. If suppose the staff is get contact with a needle stick injury, so they should aware that how they can help in getting this in a needle stick injury, what they can do next. So then the other thing is, like, we tell the hospital management to create certain budget, patient safety budget, like place a handle or bar inside the toilet, then provide a safety belt to in the wheelchair, a safety belt and the side railing in the stretcher while using the patient transport, then side railing in the staircase. So these all are the safety protocols where you can avoid the fall, patient fall. And another aspect is that management can keep some budget for the training, safety training to the staff, so that they should like infection control training to the staff, so that they can provide a better services and increase the quality in the hospital. Today is a digital world, so we can provide, we can show the videos also. Now in the click of the button, the patient can take a teleconsultation. So this can also reduce the chances of infection, especially the vulnerable patient, where they can get infected in the coming into contact with the hospital patient. So there the telemedicine and the teleconsultations is a good option. Then the other thing is, like, we want to avoid certain errors like diagnostic errors, hospital acquired infection minimization, then medication errors. So in that we can make a indicator chart, like register. We can make a registers. We can check whether your patient should not get any type of medication error. And if suppose your patient is coming for surgery, so we normally keep a track of patient after getting discharged for 30 days for a surgery patient and 90 days for implant patient. So for 30 days and 90 days we keep a track for surgery patient. And if we'll come to know that they have got some infection, so we do CAPA, it's corrective action and preventive action, so that the next time the other patient should not get infected. So these are, and the proper handoffs are very important. Suppose the doctors are writing or the nurse are writing, so they should write in a proper way. Proper handoffs during the shift change are very important, and in a legible writing, in a caps writing, so that they can read easily, so we can reduce the chances of medication error. So these are very important aspects. If suppose we follow these minimum rule and protocols, so I believe that we can reduce the infection and we can increase the patient safety. So thanks a lot. Hope you like my video.
आरोग्य जागृति।